Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here. It is like a Victory Friday today. We're going to talk about the trade. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened today, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, what they said. A little quick one today, and then we're going to be live a little later. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm like just a kid in a candy store today. I know everybody's hyped up. CMC. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna do a quick show today. First, I'm gonna have multiple shows later this evening. I got the quad box. We're gonna react. We're gonna talk about it. Do all that stuff. Friday night special show. Preview the game. All that stuff. But for now, I'm gonna do about a 35, 40-minute show. Quick one. My daughter's still at school. She's got like after school programs and studying and stuff. This real quick. My daughter's amazing. I gave her a shout out real quick. So she's in like all these clubs. She's in an art club, anime club, computer club. She's in a couple other after school programs, and she's going to be in the swim team and the track team. Busy kid, amazing, high schooler. She's a beast. And, you know, she said she needs some time to study. She got a test coming up next week. I was like, all right, cool. And then she also has a meeting for one of her clubs. So she's like, pick me up at 4. I was like, bet. I'm going to go stream, and then I'll go pick you up. So shout out to my daughter, always putting in that work. So I'm going to go stream for a little bit. We're going to talk about CMC. We're going to talk about the injury updates today. A great bunch of news today from the injury reports. We're going to talk about that real quick and just answer your guys' questions. I want to know how you feel, how the faithful feel about the Niners and Christian McCaffrey. You know, the vibes are amazing. John Lynch talked today. Kyle Shanahan talked today. They were smiling. They were like, you could just tell everybody's hyped up. John Lynch said that Christian McCaffrey brought like a jolt of energy to the locker room today. Like you just tell the players are just like juiced up, man. This is a Pro Bowl player, all pro player. You know, this is amazing. Just so, God, what a good day. This is just a phenomenal day. Like this was just a day where the Niners won. This was a Niners dub today. Bottom line, phenomenal day. The Niners took a massive W, you know. They traded away draft picks. And the best part of it, like honestly, the best part of this whole thing, John Lynch talked about it. There was a bunch of reports. The Niners beat the Rams to go and get McCaffrey. Like that, if that doesn't get you hyped up and excited, nothing will, because the Niners and the Rams are big division rivals. Their NFC championship, battle last year left a sour taste in our mouth. And they took a couple players that the Niners probably were trying to get. And this year, you know what John Lynch says? F them picks. I don't care about the draft picks. I'm going to go over the top. And just take the guy we need, man. They made a power move, a aggressive move, and that's what we've been waiting for as fans. Like every year, we're always so close. We're so close, and they just never pulled the trigger. And tonight, or last night, and today, you just see how excited this fan base. Like you guys are super hyped. I've been like on a high all night or since last night. Like this is what we've wanted for such a long time. It's like an amazing feeling. It just feels great. Like Jimmy G was saying, it feels great, baby. Like Debbie says, is this a dream? I don't know. I've been pinching myself all day, hitting myself. It sure hurts. So I don't think it's a dream. This is amazing, man. I want to go buy a Stanford shirt just to rep it for Christian McCaffrey and John Lynch. It's for the culture. John Lynch, man, massive W. Shout out to John Lynch. You know, like the front office gets dragged a lot. We've been critical. I've been critical myself. Like I'm not going to sit here and say I haven't, front office, coaching staff, but this was a let's go. Put your nuts on the table. Balls out. Big time move. I love it. Be aggressive. Take control of the NFC and put them in a chokehold, man. And the other teams are scared. Our odds to win the championship in the NFC just went up, like skyrocketed. Everybody's hyped. Everybody's posting about the Niners. The Niners, what do I say? Every time I say this, the Niners are always in the big stories. We're must-see TV. We're always in the headlines. You love it. Usually it's not for the good things, but this is a great thing. To be in the headlines for a good thing for once, God, it just feels so good. Christian McCaffrey and John Lynch, like that to me is my favorite part of this whole thing. You know, of course the Rams, like going over the top and taking a guy that they probably wanted, it just makes you feel good. But seeing John Lynch, like he was smiling like more than me. John Lynch was smiling more than me. Kid in a candy store, that Stanford connection. It's amazing. The Stanford boys are thriving. I love it. And Kyle Shanahan, man, I haven't seen him be so exuberant in a press conference in a long time, man. A long time. Did you see Kyle Shanahan today? He looked so happy. He looked so happy. He remembered McCaffrey when he was a young buck. You know, they knew each other. Families are, you know, like great friends. The McCaffreys and the Shanahans are great friends. This was a beautiful like family moment for it. It's like a family moment. And you know, the Niners are a family, and they just brought one of their own. Like this guy was destined to be a Niner. McCaffrey, his dad, was on the Niners as a receiver. He played in Denver with Mike Shanahan, and now his son is playing for Kyle Shanahan. Like this is so amazing. Like you can't write a better script. Now go out and win a Super Bowl. That's the way the script ends, right? Anthony says we went from no splash to balls out acquisitions in 2002. Like that's amazing. Like that's what us like. It's amazing because we always are so conservative. And this is what it was. It was due diligence, and they always do due diligence. But today last night they finally went and they did due diligence. But they said, all right, bet we're gonna go over the top and we're gonna make our due diligence pay off. Like that is what made everybody so excited. Like when the announcement dropped, everybody was just like, what? I couldn't believe it. I thought you guys were trolling me in my live. Like, that's how bad it was. Over the top, man. And it was just a phenomenal move. This was beautiful. You know, the vibes were down. A lot of negativity. Little people were upset. I don't blame it. I get why. I know everybody was frustrated. Everybody was upset. But this really cultivated a shot of adrenaline to the fan base. And I think this is going to be a shot of adrenaline to the Niners offense, right? Because this is the thing. Oh, the offense has been stalling, but Christian McCaffrey brings a boost of energy. And it's like Lynch said, he's already brought a jolt to that locker room. Like, that's what he needs. Infuse some energy into this offense. And sometimes it takes one guy to change it. And it's like in 2019. Remember, the offense was kind of struggling. They were doing great. They were 8-0, but the receivers were dropping, and you're just like, offense isn't where it needs to be. They went out and got Emmanuel Sanders, and the offense was way different, and it was so fun, and it was just this magical season, and they had a veteran in the locker room, and that's what Kyle Shanahan talked about today. He says, you know, McCaffrey's going to be like Emmanuel Sanders. He's going to be that veteran leader, and that's what we need, a veteran. I know he's young. He's still 26. He's in the prime of his career, but he's played for several years. He's been around the league. We got a lot of young running backs, and I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to bring a great mentality to this locker room. And I think this offense is going to take off. You know, when Emmanuel Sanders came to this team, I remember the offense just started becoming different. Like, you remember the Saints game? That offensive show was, like, incredible. I don't think the Niners would have had that performance in that Saints game in 2019 if Emmanuel Sanders wasn't there. Because that was just such a fun game. Even in the Rams game a couple weeks after that, 3rd and 16, double 3rd and 16s, like, the Niners offense was different. It was different. And now, you got an extra weapon. You got a shiny toy for Kyle Shanahan to go and play with. And I'm hyped up thinking about it. God. Oh, man. Anthony says, we're going to miss Mooney Ward this Sunday. So let's talk about real quick. I know we all want to talk about CMC. I'm going to drop a couple updates. So there were updates today. So Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Jimmy Ward, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, and Mike McGlinchey were not on the injury report. They were not on the injury report. They're expected to play on Sunday. Like, that is the best update I've heard all week, other than Christian McCaffrey getting traded to the Niners. But this is amazing. Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, Jimmy Ward. Jimmy Ward's going to play with the club on his hand. Yo, shout out Warrior. And Mike McGlinchey. They're going to play. I'm telling you, Christian McCaffrey came into that locker room, and they probably saw him, and they were like, I've been healed. I am not injured. Let's go and play this game. That's what he did. He brought, like, the karma of the gods. He brought the karma of the gods and said, let's fucking go out there and play this weekend, man. I love it. But on the other side, Talanoa Hufanga is questionable. and so is Charvarius Ward. But if I have to guess about Charvarius Ward, I know he's questionable. He did practice today. This is exactly what happened with Nick Bosa last week. He didn't practice for 2 days, and then he practiced Friday. And I know he's questionable. I know Nick Bosa didn't play. But I have a feeling that Charvarius Ward is going to play on Sunday because this is his former team, and I think he's just you got to think that he's going to play. You got to think that Charvarius Ward is going to want to go out there and play. I don't know about Hufanga. He's got to get through the concussion protocol. He has progressed this week. I hope so. But come on, man. We need Mooney Ward to play on Sunday. Revenge game. Ward is not missing that game, Flood. You're 100%. Charvarius Ward is not missing that game for his life. His life. He's going to play. I think he is. I hope he does. And again, I hope he's not rushing it. But I think if Charvarius Ward has to play this game, he's going to try. If it was like playoff game, there'd be no question. And I know it's still early in the season, so you might have to like question it. But I think Charvarius Ward is going to play this Sunday. God, man, I need him to play. That's my boy. I love Mooney Ward. He shared my my update post, my breaking news post last night. Shout out to Mooney Ward. I love him. It's always cool when the players post it, but shout out to Mooney Ward, man. We talk a little bit behind the scenes. Just a cool dude. I'm rooting for the guy. I love the guy. So when I saw that, I was like, that's my dog, man. Love it. So good to see, man. Good to see it. But I hope he plays. Now, the other cornerback, Jason Verrett, he's not coming off the PUP list this week. Means he's not playing. So he's got 1 more week to go through practices to see if the knee can hold up. So Jason Verrett basically has 1 more week of eligibility on that practice. What is it? When they take him off the practice designation, or when they designate him to practice off the PUP or injury reserve list, you get a couple weeks. So next week will be his last week. So he has to go out there and hopefully play. But he's not going to play next week. We'll see how the knee feels. Kyle Shanahan didn't really say anything if he's feeling good or anything today. But he did say that he's practiced all week and he's getting better. So maybe he's close. But you don't want to rush a guy like Jason Verrett. So due diligence, baby. Niner by nature, my boy. Due diligence finally paid off, bro. Can you imagine? Like, I can't believe due diligence finally paid off. What's up, Niner by nature? Hit that Debo the like button. He says, due diligence paid off for once. Oh, man. 9 lives or Ambry on the other side. So let's talk about the Anthony. So we don't have a Jason Verrett this weekend, right? We don't know if we're going to have Mooney Ward. We might. So you still have Diamador Lenore. You still have Sam Womack, and you have Dante 9 Lives Johnson and Ambry Thomas. Those are your guys. And then you have Jimmy Ward. Then you have Tashawn Gibson and maybe Talanoa Hufanga. So those are your cornerbacks, and that's who's going to be. So I think right now it's going to be Womack, Lenore. Those are your quarterbacks. And then Dante Johnson in the slot. Or you can throw Dante on the outside. I feel he plays better in the slot. So I think those are your 3 cornerbacks. If Mooney Ward doesn't play, Womack, Lenore, Dante Johnson. That's the way I see it. So 23, yo. For once, he says, my man, we got CMC. Can you believe we got CMC NFL me? I can't believe it. Oh, PJ, would you rather have Hufanga or Ward for this game? That's a tough question. I actually want Ward for this game. I want Charvarius Ward is who you're talking about. Because I think our safeties are okay if you don't have Hufanga. I'm not saying that it would be like okay without him. I think they'd be better off because you do have Jimmy Ward, who's coming off, I know he's coming on an injury, but he's tough. You have Tashawn Gibson, who's played good. You could actually move Dante Johnson around. He could play safety if you absolutely need to. The thing about it is, I'd rather have Mooney Ward over a guy like Womack or Lenore. He's better than any of those 2 guys and Dante Johnson. He's your best player in the secondary, far and away, better than anybody in that backfield, in that secondary backfield. That is the guy you need. You need Charvarius Ward to play. And also because the Chiefs have a damn good offense, a powerful offense, you need Charvarius Ward. I think Mooney's the guy. I think hands down, if it comes between Hufanga or Mooney Ward, I want Mooney Ward playing. I want them both to play 100%, but if it's going to come between those 2 guys, I want Mooney Ward. Whoo! And if, hey, Rita, I don't know if you heard, but Roger got something to tell you. We can tell, yeah. Fio says, our cornerbacks will struggle if no Mooney. 100, you're right, man. Mooney Ward is the leader of the cornerback room. He's the guy. He's that guy. He's cornerback 1, CB1. He's CB1. You need CB1 out there. Look at that. Kakashi says, we started our week off with an L, but we're ending with a dub. Let's go, man. We're getting that dub this weekend. Let's go. Oh, man. Let's go. What's up, 49er Jeff? What's up, man? The vibes are incredible. The Niners went and got CMC last night. Absolute monumental blockbuster trade, and I couldn't be more excited. Holy man. Flood says, who mans up Kelsey? That's a good question. We got great linebackers. You know, we got Warner, we got Greenlaw. They've got to go out there and step up. But if Mooney Ward comes out, I know they can throw him out there and match him up a few times because this man, Kelsey, he lines up in the slot. The guy's a B straight line, inline tight end, and he just goes. You got to put some man coverage on him. And Mooney Ward's our best man coverage guy. You can line him up with Fred Warner. You can line him up with Dre Greenlaw. But I need Mooney Ward in there because he can match up a few times and clamp him out. I'm telling you, man, we need Mooney Ward. Whew. Steve-O says, what happened to Ambry? Why ain't he getting a shot at outside corner? He's just not, impressing as Lenore and Womack. He comes down to practice. Lenore and Womack have been better in practice, bottom line. And Shanahan said it, he's getting his opportunities. He's not that he's bad. It's just that Lenore and Ambry, Lenore and Womack have just been better. They've made more, they've taken better strides and they've looked better with their opportunities given. It's tough. Shanahan loves practice, and you got to shine in practice. And I'm sure Ambry's doing okay to his standards, but those other guys have worked tremendously hard, and that's what they're getting rewarded with. So, oh man, Flood says CMC fits the Niners culture well. Perfect. He's a perfect fit, man. Perfect fit for the culture, the vibe. Stanford guy. Him and John Lynch probably hit it off. They probably talked about the dorms, studying, all their class. They probably had same professors. I don't know. They probably talked about Stanford all day. I fucking love it, man. Same alumni. They go to the same school. Like, I know people that I went to school with that, when we talk, and I was like, oh, you went to that? You went to UNLV? Oh, we talk all about it, all the old glory days. It's cool to vibe with someone you went to school with before, or went to the same school as you. So, let's see. This is a good question, 49er Jeff. So, do you think that CMC is going to see the field this weekend? I know we all want to. Kyle Shanahan talked about it. John Lynch says he talked about it. He practiced. He passed his physical. He flew to the team. He's excited. He wants to play. He's got to study that playbook. He's a Stanford guy. He's smart. I'm sure he can process it pretty quick, and you can get him in there for a limited basis. He won't play a lot. The reports are that there's, Jordan Schultz, Ian Rappaport says if he plays, it's going to be red zone packages. Kyle Shanahan says he really wants to. He's going to decide within the next day or two, see how he feels. And honestly, I think he's going to play. I think he plays, but it's going to be a limited capacity, and he'll get up to speed. I feel like that they got to make this move. I think the home fans, the crowd, I think you get him in there and inject the excitement. And even if he doesn't play a lot, I think he will play. That's my guess. Obviously, it's not confirmed, but I really think that he's probably going to play. And God, can you imagine if he goes out there? And even if he's a decoy this week, that's going to help because everybody's going to be keying in on this guy. And you got Debo and Ayuk and Kittle and everything, and they're going to be like, "Oh crap, do we guard CMC? Oh, he's not doing anything." And even in red zone packages, it's going to make it dangerous. And then when we finally get him injected to this lineup and the whole arsenal comes out, it's going to be scary, man. I think he's going to be in there for a few plays this weekend. Look at this. Flood says CMC throwing a touchdown pass. Dog, don't even get me started. If this man throws a touchdown. I'll lose my shit, man. Oh, due diligence, man. I gotta love it. Yo, how about that number 23? So, the big, one of the news, everybody was asking, what number is he getting? What number is he getting? And they finally dropped the news. He's wearing 23. I like it. Jordan number, Jumpman vibes. I like the number. Nobody had to give up their number. Everybody's happy. Jeff Wilson, everybody's like, oh, is he going to get the 22? He didn't have to give it up. Trey Lance didn't have to give up his his number. The young buck gets to keep number 5. And, 23, Jordan here. I like the Jordan number, man. 23 is dope. I like it. I was hyped up when I heard that, man. That's pretty sweet. So he had his Jordans on when he got into stadium today. Yo, man, just the vibes, the energy. He's perfect for this offense. Perfect for this culture. Yo, man. And the ladies, you know what? I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm sure the ladies like Christian McCaffrey, you know, and it's good for the lady fans. You know, he's easy on the eyes, you know, pause, no homo. Christian McCaffrey fits in well with Jimmy Garoppolo, so it's going to be a pretty damn good team, man. And he's just a phenomenal player. You'd love to see it, man. I'm just hyped up, man. You gotta love it. This is an amazing move by the Niners. Like, this is a great time to be a Niner fan, man. Adrian says, when did the CMC jersey coming out? I don't know, but as soon as we get about, I'm copping it, man. I don't even know. I'm so hyped about CMC. I want to go buy me a Stanford shirt, bro. I want to go get me a Stanford shirt just for the culture, bro. You know what I mean? Sweep right, sweep left, keep it basic, 100%, man. Oh, yeah. CMC's dating a model. We were actually at work. We were talking about it. One of my coworkers was like, she was like, "Oh, CMC's so cute. He's so hot. He fits perfect." So that's what I brought up. She's probably watching and laughing. And we were looking up. I can't remember who he's dated, but she dated Tebow. I think she's the lady that dated Tebow, and she like broke down on TV and said how terrible he was to date. But yeah, he's dating a model, swimsuit SI model. Stephen A. gonna call him porn star Christian, porn star CMC. You got porn star Jimmy and porn star CMC. Yo, that's a great tandem, man. Armanda says, can I get a shout out? What's good, Armanda? How are you doing, man? I'm excited for the Niners. I hope you are too. This is amazing. Bang, bang, man. Let's go. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody, actually. Olivia Culpo. There you go. That's the name of his girl, Huntington. So there you go. Olivia Culpo. Yeah, she dated Tim Tebow before. Oh, man. Who's the biggest benefactor of the trade? Honestly, I think that's a good question. There's a couple of people. I think that Deebo Samuel is going to be a big benefactor for this because it's going to help him take a lot of pressure off of his role, and it'll keep him healthy. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey is a big benefactor from this trade because he goes from a poverty franchise to a winning team, good culture, and he's going to be a icon now. Everybody's going to be hyped up for this guy to help the offense. And I think Kyle Shanahan was struggling. The offense was, bumbling, fumbling. He was happy today. I think this is going to help him so many ways, just take less stress off his mind. You got more weapons to operate with. I think Kyle Shanahan takes a big dub. Deebo Samuel takes a big dub. This is going to help him. And again, Christian McCaffrey, he takes a massive dub going from the Panthers to the Niners. He went from last place to first place. Yo, Christian McCaffrey went from last place to first place overnight. You got to love it, man. So, y'all are too much. Chat. I got the chat going wild tonight. Y'all are funny. It's crazy, man. No, man. What's up? Hey, Peter Parker. Bang, bang, CMC gang, man. CMC sounded like Jimmy. Oh, man. What about him at kick return and punt return? I don't need him at return, man. We don't want him to get hurt. The return game take a lot of hits. I don't want him to be returning the ball, Ray just needs to figure out how to hold the ball a little better. That's it. I don't want CMC, and he's a little fragile. I'm gonna say he's a little fragile. You don't want my boy CMC taking any hits. You know what I mean? So any big hits from the kick return, I think we keep him in, make him that wide back kind of guy. He's a running back that could catch the ball, let him go run out wide, let him catch some screen passes, let him use that yak ability. Him and Deebo are very similar in the ways that they can go wide and stretch the field, and just once they get the ball in open space, it's over. You can't catch them. You can't tackle them. They both are great with the ball in open space. And I think, those two guys are going to help each other so much. Like, can you imagine? You got Deebo and CMC, man. The motion and all the different plays they can do. It's just going to be exciting. It's going to be hyped up. It's going to be exciting times. Ryan says, is OBJ on the way? No, I don't think so. But you never know at this point, due diligence season. I don't think they're going to get OBJ. But shit, I'd love it. But at this point, I don't think so. I mean, it's crazy enough that they went and made a blockbuster move for CMC, right? Due diligence pays off. Do you think they'd go and make two big moves in one season? No, that's like cardiac arrest. I'd have a stroke if they did that. It's just too much excitement for me and the Niners. I don't think they do it. But I think that CMC or OBJ, I think he might go to the Patriots. Or not, the Chiefs. I think he's going to go to the Chiefs. I feel like that's where he's going to go. Well, who knows? Maybe the Bills? I don't know, but I don't think he's come to the Niners. But it would be amazing. I go crazy. Imagine, man, the Niners just start fucking spending money, throwing all their money away. Oh man! But you know the best part of the CMC move, they really didn't give much up. I know people are like, oh, they traded a lot of draft picks. But if you understand and you explain and you break it down, like Rohan last night. Yo, shout out to Rohan. I don't know if he's watching or if he's going to watch this later, but shout out to my man Rohan. He came in last night and he dropped the mic, the education on everybody. He had the news before. He's an ESPN, man, like Encyclopedia Britannica type guy. He came in and he explained it pretty well. The Niners are going to get compensatory picks for, Robert Salah, Mike McDaniel, for the players they've lost, like DJ Jones, Arden Key. So they're going to get draft picks back, even though they traded them away. They're coming back with draft picks. And then if Jimmy Garoppolo goes to another team next year, they're going to get more draft picks. So, yes, they lost some draft capital, but they're going to get it all back. And, the Niners don't always necessarily draft good in the early rounds. I'm not going to hate. I'm not going to lie, but it's true. Solomon Thomas, Reuben Foster, Dante Pettis, Joe Williams, et cetera, they've missed a lot. And I feel like this is a good opportunity for them to get a all-star player that can help right away, win now mode. And then you do stack up some later round picks that you're going to use anyways later. And that's where you build the heart of your team. That's how they cultivate this team, is through those later round picks. So shout out to the Niners. Money move. And the contract wasn't even that crazy. And you get a home run player that wants to be here, that is from, he went to Stanford. He's the Bay Area boy. Him and John Lynch, they can go talk about, study hall, whatever they want to do. It's vibes are up. Amazing. Linus, I need to have Rohan on again. I've had him on a few times. One of my favorite co-guests. So he's definitely a always welcome returnee. I love to have Rohan on here. I've had him on several times, and I'll continue to get him on. He's a good guy. He lives in Wisconsin. Actually, a couple months back before he left, took him out to dinner, Thai food restaurant. We hung out because he was living close by, but now he's in Wisconsin for school, and he's covering the Badgers. But I remember we linked up a lot during training camp, and we watched all the practices, and I kind of hung out with them. Good young man. And then I met his brother, and before he left, took him out, went to dinner. Good times, man. Good young man, and he's always welcome. Good kid, man. I'm rooting for him. He's gonna have a lot of success. Smart kid, man. So yeah, Rohan's always welcome. It's my guy. Y'all are wild, man. Y'all getting too much. Hey, Peter Parker says, big upgrade at running back position and reinforcements are on the way. That's it, man. Just like we don't pay our stars till almost training camp. We got hot late in the season after a slow start. That's what the Niners do. They get hot late. They slow starters. And, they do make moves at the trade deadline. And I said this yesterday that it is a thing. It is a common theme. They've traded for Jimmy Garoppolo. They traded for Charles Omenihu, Jordan Willis, Emmanuel Sanders, and now you got my boy CMC. So honestly, they're pretty aggressive. Like, I know we sit here and we say, oh, they don't make moves. If you really think about it, they have made moves over the years. It's just in the off season is when they're like not going after those big names you want. But now after watching, the press conferences and seeing everything, maybe they are going after it, but they're just getting beat over the top by some of these teams. And sometimes maybe they don't want to pay the price that they want to pay, and they're okay with the players they have, right? With the talent and the draft picks. So maybe they are going after people because they do their due diligence, right? And I, without a shadow of a doubt, I do think that they always do their due diligence. But it's just nice to know that their due diligence finally paid off for once. It's amazing. It's just a good feeling. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, our defense has to play better against mobile quarterbacks. Definitely still an issue. I mean, CMC doesn't fix that. Defense has to be able to figure that issue out. But I think this team is going to figure it out when they need to. So defense is getting better, healthier. Nick Bosa is back on the way. It's huge. Nick Bosa being back brings a tear to my eye. So hyped up about Nick Bosa bringing back. I'm going to stream for about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to be off. But, yeah, hit your questions up. Nick Bosa coming back. That's huge. I don't know, man. I'm just so hyped up. The news has been great these last few days. I hate when I have to deliver bad news, but these last few days I've been able to deliver good news, and it feels good. It feels good. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I always like to be the bearer of good news, and it was just phenomenal news. Big Trent is back too, man. That is huge having Trent Williams back. You just run behind Trent That's going to be massive. I think having Trent Williams back is going to be a big, big, big key for this team. You got to be able to protect Jimmy. You got to be able to run the ball. And I know they haven't been able to run consistently over the last couple of weeks, but I feel now that we have Trent Williams back, it's going to really help this run game, whoever's playing. So let's see. Tony says he named his dog Bosa. That's a good name. We've had enough bad news, April says. We needed this. 100%. Tired of the bad news. We need that. We needed that good news. Ryan says, when will we pay Bosa? Probably this offseason. They got time. They can pick up his 50-year option. But honestly, I feel like they don't even need to pay him right now until the offseason, and that's what they'll do. You know, that's what they'll do. They'll wait till then and go from there. Play action is going to be a cheat code. Easy. Play action is going to be a cheat code, 100%. This offense, man, if it can play to their peak and everybody stays healthy, Jesus. Yeah, we'll pay Bosa. Don't worry. You know the Niners. Listen, man, the Niners always pay their players in the end of the season, training camp. They have their same little strategy. They're going to get it done. Listen, they paid Kittle, they paid Warner, they paid Debo, and next year they'll pay Bosa. I'm not even worried about it. I'm not even stressed out about it. I honestly feel they'll pay him, and he's going to make stupid money. He's probably, honestly, when Nick Bosa gets paid next year, he's probably going to be the highest paid player in the entire NFL, especially if he wins Defensive Player of the Year and he gets an All-Pro, because he's probably going to be an All-Pro this year for the first time in his career, and he has a very good chance of winning Defensive Player of the Year. If he continues the way he's playing, leads the league in sacks and pressures and QB hits, and he missed a game and a half, bro, this guy's playing such a phenomenal, at a phenomenal level. This guy could be a Defensive Player of the Year, All-Pro. He's about to become the highest paid player in the NFL. 100%. Give him the bag. Give him the bag, baby. We need to give him the bag, April says. 100%. Mark says, upgrade the center now. You know, that's the only thing I wish we would have did these last couple of weeks. Go get a center. But, hey, the trade deadline, we still got time for the trade deadline, right? November 1st, trade deadline? Maybe they go get a center. Maybe they go and get a center. I don't know. I'm not even gonna question Lynch anymore about making moves. Maybe it changed my thoughts on the whole due diligence. Maybe they go get a center because Jake Brendel is not playing too hot. Whew! You think the Niners are done? You think we grab more VZ? And that's what I'm saying. Maybe they go make a move if they're not happy, if they're not content. Because this is what they always tell us, right? John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan always say, well, if we got a chance to upgrade, we'll do it. And I believe them. Yeah, Ryan, I do agree that there's not many options out there, but I'm just hypothetically saying if there is an option out there, maybe they go get it. But I know what you're saying. There's not really an option. This offseason is something they got to address. Center's got to be a position. But I don't know if you heard me talking with Breezy yesterday. One of the guys that could be the future center, Nick Zakelj, the guy they drafted this year, later round pick. Nick Zakelj, I think, might be your future center. And I think that's why they got him for, develop him to be the center. And I think that's the way they're going to. I feel that's my prediction moving forward from this team. Next year, you'll see Nick Zakelj playing center if he can develop nicely. So we already have Elijah Mitchell and Tevin Coleman. And now we got CMC, baby. Alberto, look at this. He says SoFi is going to be called SoFi Cemetery. Because we're going to be killing him. Hey, Boogie says, can we get Alex Mack on the phone? Yo, hold up. Alex Mack. Yo, baby boy, you got to come out of retirement. You got to come play. Yo, Cal. I know he went to Stanford. I know CMC went to Stanford. You're Cal, but throw that away. You both Bay Area boys. Come back out of retirement. We need you, Alex. Jake Brendel ain't it. All right, think about it overnight. Give me a call back, Alex. We'll talk business. Please come back out of retirement. It's Alex Mack, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to convince him to come back out of retirement. So we do need him out of retirement. Center position's been a little sketchy. Shout out to Jake Brendel. Hopefully he steps up. Oh, man. Debo, Jimmy, CMC in backfield for first play in the red zone. Let's go. Touchdown. Debo, touchdown right there. That's a touchdown. Everybody's going to think that CMC's getting the ball, and it's going to be touchdown, Debo, Samuel. Has Alexa upgraded yet? Oh, VZ, that's a good question. I don't know. We should ask. Can we get Jonathan Goodwin out of retirement to play center, says Ryan. Oh, man. We should trade Jeff Wilson. Yo, just fucking trade them all, man. Now, we need depth, though, King. We do need depth at running back position. And shout out to Jeff Wilson. He's been holding it down as good as he can. I know he's fumbled it, but, it's a tough position. No Elijah Mitchell. This team's playing tough. I got no hate towards Jeff. Definitely needs to pick up those fumbles. You can't put it on the ground. But, he's played as hard as he could. But now we upgraded, so don't matter. We got a depth piece. You need depth in case of injuries. So I don't think you trade away Jeff Wilson. We got great depth now. We got Ty Davis-Price. We got Jordan Mason, Jeff Wilson, Tevin Coleman. I do kind of feel weird about the Ty Davis-Price trade now or draft. Kind of feels like it was a waste. He drafted third round, a running back in the third round. He's not really using, and now I don't know if they're really ever going to use Ty Davis-Price. You know what I mean? Because Elijah Mitchell could be a solid player. He's a star. He was your running back until the injuries. He's a guy that just needs to stay on the field. Great player. What are they going to do with Ty Davis-Price? Maybe they trade Ty Davis-Price because he's young, third round pick. Maybe he has value. So I think Ty Davis-Price has more value than Jeff Wilson. So if they do have to make a big blockbuster trade again later down the line, maybe a guy like Ty Davis-Price is a guy they use as a trade piece. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. He's not doing anything. He's a third round pick. Now you just got CMC. Ty Davis-Price ain't playing over CMC. So ain't playing over him. Ryan says, we suck at third round running back. Joe Williams, TDP is serving. Honestly, Ryan, I hope that Shanahan never drafts a running back in the third round ever again. Ever again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Real quick, we do have to ask Alexa who the quarterback. Let's go. Let's go take a little Alexa tour. I should turn the lights on. Let me turn some lights on here. Whew. Alexa, what team does Christian McCaffrey play for?
Christian McCaffrey is a running back for the Carolina Panthers.
You're killing me, girl. Stop.
By the way, I can now send you timely notifications when there are breaking news alerts.
Well, obviously you didn't get the news alert, Alexa. She says she's going to send me a breaking news alert. She don't even know that Christian McCaffrey is on the Niners. Yo, you need to follow our SF 49ers, Alexa. Breaking news, Christian McCaffrey's on the 49ers. Get it programmed in your thick skull. Alexa, leave me alone. He's on the 49ers.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Did you see that? Alexa's wild. She's crazy. She don't even know. She's talking about, I'll give you all the breaking news update. She don't even know Christian McCaffrey's on the Niners. I'm done with her. We done. We broke. We done. Well, I'm never going to talk to her again. She said, okay. She said, okay. She might be a Rams fan, hey, Boogie. She going through it. She don't even know how to process it. She's like, wait, he's on the Niners? Oh, man, that was funny. That was classic. That was fun. King says, Alexa's a Rams fan. I think so. 100%. That shit was hilarious. Okay. She said, okay. Oh, man. She going to cry all night, huh? She going to have tears flowing down her face like Smitty. Let's ask Siri. Let's see. Hey, Siri. What team does Christian McCaffrey play for?
The answer I found is 200 pounds.
No. Hey, Siri, what football team does Christian McCaffrey play for? Alexa. No. Hey, Siri, what team does Christian McCaffrey play for?
The answer I found is 200 pounds.
I'm done. You're about as dumb as bricks, Siri. Hit the books. Oh, my God. I'm so done. I'm done. I can't. I'm surrounded by idiots in here. I'm surrounded by a dummy and an idiot. I need to get my daughter in here. She's the only smart one. He plays for 200 pounds, man. Come on. Unbelievable. King says, it felt like I drank 5 Red Bulls last night. Yo, it was same here. I couldn't sleep. Last night. I woke up this morning. I had to get coffee. I had to get the biggest thing of coffee because I was like, okay, if I don't, I'm going to crash. And at some point tonight, I probably will crash. But I don't know. I'm still on a hype. Oh, man, it's too much. Let me see. I got a couple more minutes here. About 2 more minutes. Drop me some questions. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be live a little later. Like I said, I got to go bounce out and get my daughter from school. So, yeah, I'm excited. CMC Niners changed the like this was a culture move. This was a shift the culture move. You know, move the needle needle type move. You know, they've done it a few times. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo, they went and made the move. They traded for him in 2017. That was a culture change move, right? They're serious about winning. They wanted to change, upgrade the quarterback. Emmanuel Sanders, that was a culture change. It was a shift. Move the needle. You needed a wide receiver. You needed a leader. They went and made a move for Emmanuel Sanders. And now, Christian McCaffrey, this is a move the needle move, a culture shift. This is going to be a monumental move for the 49ers. This is one of the biggest moves in franchise history. I'm telling you, he's that good. He's that good. Let's just look at some of his stats, dude. It's incredible. Let me see. His stats are crazy. I gotta pull up some stats, dude. Whew. This is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. He's crazy. Look at this. He's 26 years old. 19.6 total touches per game. He gets 113 yards from scrimmage per game. 5.62 yards per touch. 6.1 targets per game. 8.6 yards per reception. Guy's just a Mr. Do-It-All. He does it all. Unstinking believable, man. Oh, man. The official shop is already selling Christian McCaffrey jerseys. They're available, ladies and gentlemen. Christian McCaffrey jerseys are available on the 49ers shop. Let's go. We getting the go online. Go to the shop. Go get your Christian McCaffrey jersey. I'm about to get it, baby. Let's go, man. I am excited. F them picks. Yo, let's go, man. Let's freaking go. Unbelievable. Look at this. Look at this. They got him. Look at that, baby. Woo! That's it. I'm going to leave you with that. You guys have a great night. I'll see you later. I'm going to go. Hit the like button. This was a fun little show. F them picks, baby. Niners on top. Let's go. Same old sorry-ass Rams. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe. We'll be live later. Quad Box. We'll be live on YouTube with the Quad Box. I got Vlad. I got C-Mac pulling up. I got CMC pulling up on the live tonight. Not CMC, but, you know, C-Mac, my boy. We'll be live. I'm going to see if Rohan can come in. We'll see if Wayne Breezy can come in. I'm going to invite them all. Locksmith. See if Smitty can come on. So we'll probably have a pretty good show tonight. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, I'll be live on Instagram because I can't sleep. So hyped up, man. I'm excited. Let's go, baby. You like the beard, TT? The beard look? Is Jimmy wore the beard? I got to keep the beard up. Let's go, man. Y'all have a good night. And let's fucking go Niners, baby. Go order your CMC jerseys. Let's go.